For the eyes of the world now look into space, to the moon and to the planets beyond. And we have vowed that we shall not see it governed by a hostile flag of conquest, but by a banner of freedom and peace. We have vowed that we shall not see space filled with weapons of mass destruction, but with instruments of knowledge and understanding. Yet the vows of this nation can only be fulfilled if we in this nation are first, and therefore we intend to be first.
September 12, 1962, just another day in the life of another American president. Just another speech meant to rouse the masses to a cause that quite often only the politician themselves either has the vision to see needs doing or has the desire to make it happen for selfish reasons. John F. Kennedy's speech on the campus of Rice University that day was, to be honest, a little of both. Kennedy was part of the generation that saw the clear and present danger of madmen in power around the world. There was no doubt in his mind or of those who consulted with the president, one specific nation was in the process of doing much more than just seeking to explore space. They were seeking to make space their final platform for war on those who did not fall in line with their communist way of thinking. There was a reason for not just national security, but for taking yet another chance at global peace to make a stand and decide where the next step for America and the world would be.
Whether it will become a force for good or ill depends on man. And only if the United States occupies a position of preeminence can we help decide whether this new ocean will be a sea of peace or a new terrifying theater of war. I do not say that we should or will go unprotected against the hostile misuse of space any more than we go unprotected against the hostile use of land or sea. But I do say that space can be explored and mastered without feeding the fires of war, without repeating the mistakes that man has made in extending his writ around this globe of ours.
The cynical will say that Kennedy took that bold step not just to stave off the galactic dogs of war that was envisioned by a certain nation on the other side of the earth, but only to prove that we were America. We were the ones who should launch ourselves into the heavens first, and being second had no place in the American lexicon. Whether he did it for selfish reasons, foolish pride, ego, or the honorable desire to ensure missiles and the places to launch them from were not the first structures in space, that is for historians to decide. The point is, John Kennedy had a proper vision. He knew how to galvanize a nation, how to show the world that America was the greatest nation on earth and would never take a backseat to anyone, especially one nation.
We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard.
Picking up some dust. Straight shadow. 4 forward, drift into the right a little. 30 seconds. Forward, drift. Contact light. Okay, engine stop. We copy you down, Eagle. Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed. I'm going to step off the limb now. That's one small step for man. One giant leap for mankind.
July 20th, 1969, 45 years ago Sunday passed. America's fulfilled John Kennedy's dream, and for the time ensured that space would not be used as a dark weapon. On that day, there was no doubt that space would remain free, in large part because we were the ones who made it happen. We were the nation who had the willpower, the drive, the desire, the guts to ensure our Cold War enemy would have control of the highest ground. We were a nation that had the leadership to keep true evil in check, a nation that didn't need help from phony friends. And now, 45 years later, who gives us a ride into the space we conquered? The nation led by madmen, killers, and thieves, ones who think nothing of murdering 298 civilians. And there is, at this moment, nothing we can do about it, or at the very least, seem willing to do. John Kennedy would be ashamed. You should be too. And that is telling it like it is. And MidPoint continues right here on the Newsmax TV network.